The Market Theatre is bringing live drag performances this weekend. Newtown will come ablaze with its first drag show for 3 nights only. This is a collaboration between the House of Pink Volume 1 and the Thami Dish Foundation. The show will run until the 10th of October this year. And to share more on the extravaganza of everything fabulous and lush, we're now joined by director Lebogang Toko and actor Donovan Yards. A very good morning to you two. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the show. Good to have you join us this morning. Lebo, I'm going to start with you. Can you just give us a brief synopsis of the show? What's it about?
Well, the show is literally, as you said, celebrating Pride Month. Drag is an art form that allows one to express themselves, to make a statement, to have audience members and anyone that does not know what drag is about. It reintroduces gender-bending understanding of, hey, here I am, I am this, I am that, I am extravaganza, darling, and I drag. So in a nutshell, the show is of a lip-syncing understanding of beautiful wigs, of beautiful costumes, and it takes us through a journey, a musical journey of all your classics. Yeah, that's without over-speaking about it. Come through and come see.
But then, Lebogang, in as much as the show is all about, celebrating that extravaganza, what is it that it aims to achieve, though?
Well, we're trying to, again, like I said, within the stance that we're taking in Pride Month, us as the queer community have been put through so much with these dehumanizing acts and the killings that have been happening. And it's just a reminder that we do exist and we are who we are and we don't need your permission to exist. And that's the message that we're putting out there. We're not going to be apologetic about who we are. Take me as I am what I am.
Yes. Now, Donovan, talk to us about working on the production, from the costumes to the headdresses and makeup. I mean, how is everything put together?
Okay, so thank you firstly. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, South Africa. Good morning, Kimberly. From a show perspective, everything has been, it's very colorful. From wigs to costumes, there are 3 acts with Miss Raj, of course, so for a house of very diverse people within humans as performers. Myself, in terms of my hair process alone, I decided to go all natural, and my reasoning for that was to have a sense of relatability for people like us, who looks at you and says, I can do that, I can be that, or just identifying that part of yourself that resonates with me. You don't need to run off and make yourself broke and get $1 million wig. I mean, it would be great with some nicely laid edges. But, from that point, so there's a deeper meaning to that, from your classics musically to everything right up to today's popular music in terms of what we're presenting as acts within the show.
Right. And tell us more about your role, Donovan. I mean, who is he? Share more on this character.
Donovan Yards is an androgynous being. Now, androgyny is the blend of masculinity, like very alpha masculinity and femininity, and you can't quite distinguish between the two. And that's very much who I've been my entire life. I've had a very alpha father and a very alpha mother, and they were quite present, and that sort of kind of rubbed off on me from family to friends. And you'll see that like Lebogang was talking about gender bending, you'll see that within my act in particular, where you have your very feminine, elaborate arm swings and your strong masculine stance. So it's quite jarring for people to be like, but whoa, you just cooched. Now you are in a deep construction worker squat.
Now, Lebogang, let me also bring you in. Have you ever worked on a drag production before? I mean, how has your overall experience been like?
I wouldn't necessarily say I've worked on a drag production before, but as a musical theatre performer, triple threat self, I've had the experience of portraying different characters, and the world of musical theatre itself allows one to actually have an overall arc and understanding of such a concept as drag, because we are artists and we are actors that can transform. So from that point of view, it is of an easy transition for me to step into this world because I understand it and to to have and to create it, you know. So, yeah, put it that way.
Okay. And talk to us more about the importance of having, more drag shows in theatre to sort of educate the masses on the community.
Absolutely. It's so important. We were having the discussion of the beauty of it being in a theatre, because generally you would find drag shows at clubs, at your particular clubs. I won't mention the clubs, but the drag artists literally only have a chance to perform there, and the rest of the world doesn't know the culture and whatever, because it kind of belongs to us, just the queer community.
Yeah.
And so the beautiful thing about this time around is that we get to educate, like you put it, and if never mind educating, but reintroduce to someone that doesn't understand, so that they can go home and research and be incorporated and be made a part of the community as well. So it's very important what we're doing, again, with the messaging of taking a stance of like, this is who we are. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Donovan, what has been your greatest pleasure of being a part of this production?
As a performer, I aim to disrupt and distract. Disrupt sounds very violent, but it really is not. I love entering spaces, the Market Theatre in particular now. It's the first time ever that this has happened within that space. It's a moment in history. I'm very glad to be part of it. And just making people aware of who we are and how relatable we are. It's not so much a queer thing only. Like Lebo said earlier, it's an art form. So really anyone can identify, empathize, and see themselves, their imaginative self. Because you best believe I'm not going to be going to Woolworths all dressed up in my club. Or I might, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Distract people from that uniform.
From the stereotypes.
Yeah, stereotypes and having a uniformed expectation of what you're supposed to be looking like or how you're supposed to be conducting yourself. As long as it's respectful, obviously, always. I believe that we're creating some good things, especially in terms of the psychology of our country and where we're going and how we relate and where we are at the moment,
Okay. Now, Lebogang, just quickly give us those details of the show, when it's going to be held, and how do we get about getting those tickets?
Well, we are at the Market Theatre. You can get your tickets via web tickets.
Okay.
Or on the Market Theatre Instagram page and website, there's a gentleman called Anthony. Get a hold of Anthony and you get 200 rands off the tickets.
Okay.
Tonight is sold out. We do have one more show tomorrow, 3 p.m. Please go out there and get your tickets.
All right. Gentlemen, lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mwah.
All right. Cheers. Now, House of Pink Volume 1 is currently showing at the Market Theatre and will run until Sunday, the 10th of October. We just spoke to the director, Lebogang Toko, and actor Donovan Yards.